wanted to make this video to talk about why I think that the Kyb Gas-a-Just shocks are a really good option for aftermarket shock replacements. These tend to only run about $40 to $50 each on Rock Auto, which is a bargain for the performance that they give you. So a few days ago I went off-roading with my Explorer. The terrain I was going over in particular just really impressed me with these shocks, especially being 4 years old on this vehicle. You can see how stable it keeps the truck going over these rocks and this jagged terrain here. Now obviously these aren't an off-road shock, but still it gives you an idea of what they can do. So I'm going to talk about why I like these shocks in particular, and also who these might be a good option for and who these might not be a good option for. So I have the Kyb Gas-a-Just in 2 of my vehicles, on all 4 wheels on my Explorer and then on the rears in my BMW. They're just such a good bang for the buck. So these shocks are a great option for somebody that wants a slight improvement in performance and handling over the original shock, but something that's not going to break the bank, something that's reasonably priced. On their website, they claim a 25% increase in handling, increased stability, increased handling. And really the big thing with the Kybs is that monotube design. And why is that important to have a monotube? Well, it just reacts quicker to the road surface. It's gonna just give you a quicker, more responsive damping effect from your shocks. Now, when I replaced them in my BMW, obviously the ones that were in there before were just very old and shot, so anything was gonna feel better. But I definitely noticed just that quickness, that when you hit a bump, I just instantly would feel the rear end just tighten up, and there's just no sway or anything like that. It just felt very responsive, and I like that, especially in a BMW, you know, that's supposed to be a driver car where you have road feel. I thought that the Gas-a-Just were a very good fit for that car. And even in my 96 Explorer, which is more of a truck type vehicle, it still gives me a better road feel, slightly stiffer. And of course, it really all comes down to value. I'm always a big preacher of value when it comes to cars, whether it's oil, batteries, whatever, you know. Spending more doesn't always mean you get a better quality product. And in the case of the Gas-a-Just, I honestly believe that for the price, you're getting a better quality product for spending less money compared to some of the original equipment style twin tube shocks that come on a lot of these cars. So Kyb has been around for a long time, and they're a Japanese company, and a lot of companies over there, like Toyota, actually use them as original equipment on their cars. So that alone tells you that these are decent. You know, these aren't some pieces of junk, some random aftermarket from whatever country. These are good quality shocks for the price. And they might not make shocks for every make or model, but I would highly recommend checking out Rock Auto and looking at the Kyb Gas-a-Just if you are in the market for some new shocks for your used car. Now, who might these not be a good option for? Well, if somebody's trying to build like a serious off-roader, you're probably just going to want to go with a more heavy-duty shock, like a Rancho or a Kyb Mono Max. And the Fox shocks are also pretty popular for heavy-duty off-roading. And also somebody who does like having the softer, more cushiony ride might also not necessarily want these. Since these are a bit stiffer, they're going to make the bumps and divots in the road a little bit harsher. Although they aren't crazy stiff, they are still stiffer than the OE twin tube design. And also for somebody who's going to be doing a lot of towing, they might want to look into a heavier duty option. That's not to say that you couldn't tow with these shocks, but if you're going to be doing it like very often, then you'd probably be reducing the lifespan of it. All right, thank you for checking out this video, guys. Take care. Till next time.